Right, okay, in theory, I think we've got it all set up. So what are we doing today? Well, we're going to kind of like, we're going to carry on with Geoff, Geoff and the Beanstalk. So if you haven't watched the previous videos, please go and have a quick watch. I'm not quite sure how long this one's going to take. Illustrations take a long time, so we're just going to record the whole thing. And I'm going to do what I did before. I'm going to talk. Changed my microphone, so hopefully that might be a bit better now. So using a separate microphone, not the one built into the Cintiq. What else are we doing? Drawing pictures. Yeah, that's the one. Anyway, so if you've not seen what I'm doing at the moment before on the other things, basic rule is I'm doing a whole book. I've written the book and I'm illustrating the book, and I'm going to do the whole lot in public. So you could theoretically get it for free. You could theoretically steal it, but don't, because it's copyright. It's mine. Get off. All mine. Okay, that's it. You've been warned. And this acts as copyright proof, by the way, just in case you're wondering. This is the proof it belongs to me. Me. Never mind. So, anywho, so we're going to carry on with Geoff and the Beanstalk, and I'm going to kind of like talk over it, like I'm doing now, on the way through. And I thought I got a couple of ideas what we could talk about, but I think what might be quite fun to talk about really is maybe sort of like questions you might ask an illustrator. Okay, I cheated. I got this from questions that you Google what questions might you ask an illustrator, and I got questions you'd ask an illustrator. So I'm going to nick those ideas, but I'm going to tell you from an illustrator's point of view the kind of questions that you should ask. And these aren't all the questions, just some of them. And while I do it, I'm going to illustrate on the way through. So heads down, here we go. I'm going to start by, as usual, choosing my big animator, which is simply an expanded version of Kyle's animator pencil. I'm not going to be able to get my angle around there. So let me show you a trick here. Photoshop does this. So here's a trick for you. You'll like this one. Not a lot. No, don't do that. Poor chap's dead now. Right. If you learn to draw one line, okay? Don't need to draw more than one line. Draw one line and move the paper around underneath. I'll show you at some point. Right, so what we're going to do is we need to create for ourselves a box inside of which we is going to draw. And that box will help us draw everything the right size and to get everything right all the way through. Okay? And you've seen me do this at least 3 times so far. But it's terribly, terribly boring, everybody. Terribly boring, and it's always exactly the same. There we go. But I did promise I'd do everything in public, and so I am. Everything gets done in public. Now, I've actually already planned what I'm going to do with this picture. Yeah. Show. Now, don't forget, okay, that if you want to watch everything I do and get the story for free, then you want to go to, write it in big. You want to go to Facebook, not yet, facebook.com/groups/beanstalk story, and you get all the story laid out, and when it's all finished you get to buy it as well. So there we go. Look at that. That was good, wasn't it? Right, and I've just gone and drawn that on the wrong thing because it's on that. That's really silly, isn't it? Boom. Right, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to take the alt and we're going to go like that. So that's 1, 2, we're not going to be able to do many that time, are we? 3, 4. So this is exactly the same as we always do, which is we create the boxes so that we're going to create thumbnails, which are very small pictures, so we can work out the layout of everything. And then when we know the layout, so that's the original, so we duplicate the original, hide that because we'll need it a bit later, and do that, and Control E, and then a new box over the top. So this part of the story, what we're actually after, is that going to be big enough? Yeah, I think we'll use that one tonight. is it's a picture at the foot of a story, where the part of the story where you learn that they've had round the castle the pest exterminators to get rid of the little mices. So if you don't like that, look away now. And I kind of like got the idea that I'm kind of like going to use, you know, the opening credits of The Simpsons, where they're kind of like wearing these kind of like big masks, and you know, it's kind of like almost like Fallout gear, and they're fairly shapeless, and but they've got hands like that. I thought that would be kind of like a good idea to draw for the pest exterminators. I thought it'd be kind of like these kind of like almost spacesuit kind of idea. So that's what we're going to get. We're going to get this kind of idea of a space-suited guy trying to get rid of mice. But the first objective is to make sure that the picture will actually work. Is to, I could have just deleted that one. I don't think that one matters. No, silly boy. Is to first of all kind of like draw a layout. So we know that down the middle of each of these is a is the center of the book. So we need to make sure that although we're going to draw over the center, we need to make sure that there's nothing vitally important in the middle of the book, right? Very important, because what happens is when they make the book, they glue the central pages together, and anything in the central pages will actually disappear. So, you know, so if you draw a face actually in the middle, you kind of like end with the face squashed together. So when you're working with an illustration, you approach them for the first time, you need to really be asking and saying to them, you know, what is it you know, what do you illustrate? What's your style? And then having gotten the style right, you want to then go to which one do you want to do next? You want to actually see whether or not you get on with them. And I know this sounds silly, but quite a few people don't realise just how important it is to actually have a good friendship with your illustrator. Now, I've got a guy who I'm illustrating for at the moment, and he is absolutely phenomenally good to me. It's taken about a year to illustrate his books. There's never been any pressure. It has been a delight to work with him, and yeah, I would recommend him to anybody to work with. Peter, you know who you are, mate. Yeah. Full size. Nailed it. Right. Anywho, so the next question you need to ask your prospective illustrator is how long they think it's going to take. Because trust me, illustrations take a jolly long time, and people don't realise just how long it takes. So you can sort of like talk about a 32-page book, 16 spreads, and it can take literally months to do. And it's kind of like it, you know, there's no problem with it, how long it takes, but we just want you to realise it's not a 5-minute job. So do give us a breather. Give us the space to be able to do what we do. And I have to admit, I am my own worst enemy, so I will actually sort of like say, oh, well, you know, it won't take me that long to do that, it won't. And that's just how long it's going to take me, you know. I feel a bit guilty about it, really. So, yeah, there's that. But no, you should allow months for an illustrator to do what he does, or she does, for that matter. Not be sexist here.